This video is about creating assessments in Smart Notebook. You'll want to have Smart Notebook opened. Once you do, the first thing for creating an assessment is to create a title page. There are two ways to do this. One way is to go to the Response tab at the top left-hand corner, and you hit Insert Title Page. Another way to do this is on the left-hand side is an icon for Smart Response. Click on that, and you can choose Title Page. My title is going to be Geometry Vocabulary 1. My type, I'm going to do Custom. I'm going to do Geometry Vocabulary. The reason I'm so specific is in your gradebook and teacher tools, you can organize your assessments by the type, meaning I can look at all my geometry vocabulary quizzes in one area and track how my students are doing over time. So I'm going to hit Add, and here's my title page. If I want to go in and edit it in any way, I can right there on the spot. So now we're ready to add questions. There's two ways. One, with the Smart Response tab on the left, under Properties, it says Add a question to the next page. Another option is to go to Response at the top of the screen and go to Insert Question. There are 6 questions you can do, yes or no, multiple choice, numeric, true, false, multiple answer, and text. If you're using text, I recommend it being a very short answer. If you're doing numeric, if you have students write something like 8/10, make sure they write 0.8 and not just 0.8. I'm going to choose multiple choice and then hit next. My question is, which of the following are rectangular prisms? If I want to attach a standard to this question, I hit Browse. I can change the type and I can go to any state. I recommend Common Core, the grade, and the subject. This does say math on the end, it's just you can't see it. So I'm going to open up Common Core, grade 7, mathematics, and I'm going to choose the standard that fits my question. Alright, I'm going to hit finish, and then next. I'm going to drag in pictures for these, so I'm going to leave these blank, hit next. I'm going to have the correct answer be A. It's worth 1 point, and I'm going to skip the explanation. I'm going to hit finish, and here's my question. If I change my mind and instead of rectangular prisms, I meant to type triangular, very easy to fix. I can also move around the multiple choice answers in a way that works for that question. So let's say I want to do pictures for this. I can go to Google, I can choose the image I want, I can just drag it into Smart Notebook and put it next to the letter choice I want. So if my answer ends up being B, I can change it because it originally had been A. So I go to my Smart Response icon. My answer key is already up. Yours might look like this, so just hit Show and change it right there. And then you're good to go. Now let's say you want to add more questions. Super easy. Just go to Response, Insert Question, and you can answer as many as you want. Again, you can go on the left side to the Smart Response icon, and if you go to Progress, Next Steps will show you add a question to the next page. Now let's say instead of creating a formal assessment you give them, you just want to ask questions during direct instruction to encourage engagement. So I'm going to open up a new one, a new file, Types of Angles. And I have my title page here. And then here's some notes pages. I'm going to remind my students what acute angles are. I'm going to ask them to show me where the acute angles are. And then I'm going to ask them a question. Right after they've used their clicker, they can put it back down on their desk. I can go over some more notes. and then I can insert another question. So it's a great way to produce engagement with your students by having them answer questions within your direct instruction. That is also great formative assessment for you to know where they're at and where you might need to spend a little more time on or where you can move on. So that is how you create assessments in Smart Notebook.